Decisions, decisions, decisions. Should you buy an investment home or a residential property? Which one should you buy first? Welcome to another episode of Fire Podcast, where we share stories and experiences of today's female property investors to inspire and empower investors of tomorrow. My name is Cynthia and I am your host. Today we'll be diving into a crucial question that many of us face on our property investment journey, right? Should you kick off your property investment with a residential home where you and your family would live, or an investment home where you'd buy the house and rent it out for other people to live in? So let's explore some of the factors that could help you make a decision on what type of property to buy first. But first, picture this. You're standing at a crossroad, and on one side, it's your dream house, like everything you wanted for a house. And on the other side, it's an investment property, one that has the potential to actually help you build wealth. Of course, it's a tough choice, right? Because even I would be confused, but it all boils down to what your personal goals are and your financial strategies as well. So let's explore this a little bit more. So when you're considering buying an investment property, there's several things that you need to think about, right? Number one is the cost. And buying an investment property is usually a bit more expensive than buying a residential home. And this is because with an investment property, you typically need about 25% deposit to be able to secure that property, right? However, with a residential property, you only need 10%. And in many cases, you could even just invest 5% and you'll be able to secure your first residential property. However, when it comes to investment properties, think about income potential, right? You can potentially rent that property out for an amount that's higher than your actual mortgage, and you'll be able to collect rent on that property. So the rent could pay for the mortgage and you'll be left with some profit at the end of the month. However, this also comes with the added responsibility of managing tenants and dealing with maintenance and management of the property. And on the flip side, your dream home, which is your residential property, could be more like a sanctuary for you. And it could offer you things like emotional satisfaction, where you got your own place, a home that you actually own, where you also live. However, you just won't get that income that an investment property would provide monthly. So you'd have to consider the fact that you would have to be paying for your own mortgage and make sure that you can actually afford the mortgage repayments monthly. Also, when it comes to buying an investment property, when you're going through the process, the lenders are checking the affordability of that property, not based on your personal finances really. However, it's based on the rental income that property could potentially make. Whereas with a residential property, you need to be able to prove that you and your job can actually cover the costs of the monthly mortgage. So before you get a mortgage or any lending products on that property, on your residential property, there'll be like some serious affordability checks done on yourself or you and your partner or whoever else that you're buying that residential home with. So to be honest, at the end of the day, the decision boils down to what you're looking for personally, right? What are your financial goals? Are you looking to build like a high cash flowing real estate empire and generate constant income from properties? Or are you more interested in the emotional reward of being a homeowner? One benefit of buying a residential home first is the fact that you capitalize on the reduced deposit that you need to put in, like I said earlier on. And also you need to pay less stamp duty. So if it's your first house, you have a stamp duty percentage reduction. However, the more houses that you buy, or when you buy your second house and subsequent houses, you then have to pay a higher amount of stamp duty. So definitely put that into consideration when you're choosing to buy either a residential home or an investment house. The truth is there's no one size that fits all in this situation, right? However, whatever your goals are, make sure that whichever strategy that you decide to go with is the one that fulfills you the most and gives you exactly what you're looking for at that point in time. Another thing with residential homes is that you can buy a residential home now, leaving it for a few months or a few years, and then convert it to a buy-to-let or an investment property. And that way you sort of avoid paying all the extra costs that's associated with actually buying an investment home initially. So remember, there's no one size fits all for this particular question. It's all about crafting a strategy that actually aligns with your unique personal goals and your journey. And with that being said, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all next week.